Governors have resolved to push for changes in the BBI report before it is presented to the public for referendum. After a two-day meeting, the county bosses resolved to push for changes to the appointment of a deputy governor to leave the position open to either gender as opposed to what is currently proposed in the BBI report. The report proposes that the DG position should be left to women. The governors also demanding for the establishment of a pension fund for governors, speakers, MCAs and state officers at the county level.
Governors should remain as running mates to the governor and should be of either gender. On security, county government to be involved in security matters at both national and county levels. In the National Security Advisory Council and the implementation of the County Policing Authority should be operationalized immediately. On independent commissions, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution and the Police Service Commission to continue operating as it is in the current institution, in the current constitution, while the recommendation in the BBI document on the judicial ombudsman should be deleted. On pension, we propose that a pension fund be established for governors, deputy governors, county speakers, and members of the county assemblies and other county state officers, as is in the case with the president, deputy president, speakers at the national level, members of parliament, and state officers at the national level.
And we now join Chemtai Goin, who was following the proceedings there. Chemtai Goin, good afternoon. I'll ask you two questions. The first one is, how are these changes going to be adopted into the report? And the second question is, President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga were expected to be there. They didn't appear. Why?
Well, Ndong, according to sources within the meeting, is that what they were informed is there was concern over the COVID situation and why the two principals could also not come here. And as Lina team will be presenting whatever recommendations they arrived at by tomorrow or in the next 2 days to the two principals to kickstart, of course, the process of the review of the BBI document. And then, of course, Ndong, there's a lot of question about the implementation process of this report. And yesterday, we know that we spoke to Paul Mwangi, who was a member of the task force, to also just give, to try and understand how the process will be. And it is up to the principals to actually give direction on what happens to even these proposals. We are seeing the list of disgruntled parties continuing to rise every single day. Somebody has something new to add to the report. But then there's also a touchy matter, Ndong, that came up in the discussion, and I think it's one of the issues that is still being addressed, the issue of deputy governors being given portfolios. Of course, we've seen deputy governors, some of them being some sort of, for lack of a better word, actually like flower girls. They work at the mercy of the governors. And possibly just to get, of course, some details into this issue is Josh Mangi, who is the deputy governor for Kisii County. And please just tell us this issue about the deputy governors and, of course, the roles of the deputy governors, please.
Chemtai, the role of deputy governors, or lack of it, is one of the contentious issues that deputy governors were very concerned. We are glad and we are happy that today we have agreed and will be presented to the principals that deputy governors in the future will have a portfolio, so that they are not seen as fragile or they are not seen to be doing nothing and they are earning salaries. So that is something that has been agreed upon, that deputy governors will be having portfolios. Another thing that has been agreed upon, which was very contentious to deputy governors, is because governors who were proposing that in the future they be allowed to fire and hire the deputy governors. That is, instead of running with them as running mates, they wanted to run independently and then pick deputy governors after election. But that has been agreed upon. It was a very contentious issue. Deputy governors will run together with their governors as a team, and once they have won, deputy governors will be given a portfolio in the county government to perform. So these two were very crucial, and I think deputy governors are happy. There are others that deputy governors wanted to push, but which are still yet to be discussed. One of it is the inclusion of the Council of Deputy Governors into law. So they also be just like Council of Governors is in law. They also want that the Council of Deputy Governors be put in law. They also wanted to be members of the Council of Governors. They also are supporting the inclusion of deputy governors into the summit. But what is important is that while those three are being debated, but the first two, that is deputy governors to remain as running mates and deputy governors to be able to perform functions in the county. That's a full portfolio. Those ones have been agreed, and we appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Deputy Governor. Well, Ndong, that was just a little bit to try and understand the role of deputy governors, because this meeting here was bringing together governors, deputy governors, and also members of the County Assembly Forum. Remember, these will be the most sort of influential bodies when even the process of implementing the BBI report, in case the referendum kicks off, it will start with the County Assembly. So we know they're very crucial people to be involved in this process. So Ndong, maybe in our subsequent bulletins we will give further details about some of the proposals the governors gave, because there were quite a number of recommendations they gave for review ahead of now the implementation process of BBI.